Good, good.
As I said,
I'm just wondering if I can say that name, and then because it's closest to where I live, obviously, so that would be the most convenient. But I'm just curious as to why you can't just write it down. If I write it down, would that work?
no.
See, isn't it strange that I have to say it with my voice? Do you not find that a bit strange? Why is that I have to actually... Law is law. This is it. It's very specific. So can I ask you again, is this a civil or criminal matter, please?
This is road traffic.
Okay, so that would be a statute of the Government of Ireland. Okay, so that's positive law. Is that correct?
I couldn't answer that question.
Okay. Well, can I ask you, do you have a complaint against me at all?
We stopped you for the way you're driving.
Well, I'm aware. Yeah, you told me that already. But was there a complaint made against me at all, in any way, shape, or form? Have you any reason to assume that?
For us to stop them.
No, but you said earlier on that it was a criminal thing. So
for us to stop you.
No, I understand. You just
have to be a complaint. The manner you're driving, you're on a motorcycle.
Again, you're calling it that, but yes, okay.
You're driving at speed.
I was travelling.
God forbid if something happened that you crashed.
I know. I absolutely comprehend what you're saying.
When I stopped you, I asked for your driver's license.
Yes.
You didn't have it on you.
Sure.
Which by law you're meant to carry.
Okay, but I
demanded your name and address, and at the time you didn't want to give it.
I didn't refuse now. I just asked was I obliged to answer the question.
You were, and
so
then you wrote it down, which is grand.
Sure.
We established these details.
But there's no photograph on that though. That's okay, is it?
Well,
but it's okay. I can give you that what you want, that name, that is a legal personality, and then I am the representative of that legal personality.
Yeah.
And from what I understand about it, I'm basically just trying to go with this because it's my good instinct basically. But that the reason that you need me to say that name of the Garda station in which you work is because of these legal things, and I believe that the law has tied us all up in knots in some way, shape, or form, and that what you're trying to do, in fact, is establish subject matter jurisdiction over me, so that I am then subject to the statutes and laws that govern the state, such as the Road Traffic Act and so on.
Right. Well, if you're
I'm not refusing to comply with anything. I will be as pleasant and friendly, as civil as I can. I'm just. Yeah. But can you understand that I'm? Sure. Okay. Okay. Isn't it strange though that he needs me to say that name? Do you not find it strange?
I don't, to be honest.
but why? Okay, so how come I can write that name and address on a piece of paper, and that will suffice for that in terms of identification purposes? But I mean, you can easily check all this stuff with these numbers on the back of this, my private property. And I understand that you assume that because those things are there, that I'm an employee of the state. And I understand that that's fine. That's an assumption most people are. You know, I beg to differ. And I don't believe, like if I was to just ask you now, am I free to go?
At this moment in time, no.
Okay,
no,
so am I being detained?
No.
So I am free to go?
No.
So I'm being detained?
No.
So what is it?
What we have to do is you have to stay with us.
That's fine, I'll bear with you as long as it's good. I've nowhere to go, I'm not in work till 12 tomorrow, it's all good. No problem, no problem at all. Well, some people call it that, yeah.
What you call it?
Home. I'm not going to respond to that name because that is not me. You assume that is me, but you assume that is me.
What way can I call you to get your attention?
Just friend. Friend is okay. You can call me friend.
How long have you this property?
This property, just over a year, I would say.
And is there any reason why it's not in your name yet?
Oh shit. Really?
Yeah, and there's no tax on it since February
Sure. Well, I have never paid taxation for my private property. As far as the logbook and stuff is concerned, I was completely unaware of that. Who is so the previous owner then is some garage in Tala, am I correct?
No, there's someone else.
Not a guy in Galway.
No, someone in Watford.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That might be a title.
It bloody is. Well, I can actually, if you would like, whatever about the license thing and stuff, I actually have a receipt in my home for this property, stating that it was paid in full on whatever date on the. I guess it was. I've just renewed my insurance a year later, so I assume just over a year ago, maybe 1 month in a year, 13 months I'd say I've had it.
Yeah, and when did you reinsure?
Reinsure?
Yeah.
It would have been last month on April, I'd say.
Who are you insured for?
Liberty.
Liberty.
Yeah.
Right, and you don't have any tax on the car whatsoever, or
on my property? No, I don't.
You're on a public road. So yeah, and by law you have
By
to
statute. Can we be careful about the
yeah,
wording of these things?
By statute.
So then you're saying it's a civil matter, is that correct?
Right.
No problem.
Could be a criminal matter under the Road Traffic Act.
Under the Road Traffic Act, it would be a criminal matter.
This, yes.
So then, but in order for things to be criminal, I was under the impression that somebody needed to have filed a complaint or suffered some personal injury or loss.
No.
That's not the case.
No, because just for example's sake, if we came across something and nobody has filed a complaint, like,
oh yeah, but sure, but I mean, if you came across two lads killing each other and you hadn't heard a complaint, but that's violence, that's criminal.
well,
I mean, theft and violence and damage against personal property and persons, not the persons in the legal sense, but real human beings, that's criminal. Now, all of this stuff is civil law, as far as I'm aware, and that's what I'm trying to establish.
suppose if two people were fighting and
Sure.
themselves,
Yeah.
if no one,
Oh, so they can be granted license for that for the government. So I mean, if the government can grant license for something, surely the people are able to do it anyway. The same with, as you say, driving on the roads or whatever. But I would call it travelling from point A to point B. So could I ask you then, sir? Am I free to go?
not at the moment.
So am I being detained?
You said you'll write down what station you nominate for that. We're going to sign the witness that you wrote it down.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. I don't know what to do. Okay. Lawful demand. What does that say?
Driver's license insurance policy.
Driver's license insurance policy, 10 days. Okay, and what happens if I don't bring these documents to your station?
Bring it to court.
Okay, we can look at that.
Good.
Very good. Don't know if I'm screwing myself here by doing this, but anyway, we'll see what happens. It's a bit wet, but
No, about it.
so did you have to ring your boss there to see if he'd accept that as
No, one of the lads bringing there.
okay. Sorry for having you out in the rain.
Okay. That's why I wish you'd want to push forward. You signed that there.
I will. See, I find that peculiar now, and I'd be interested if I just learned from you even about that. Just this one thing.
No
Can you
problem.
explain anything about what's going on here now that you have to witness me writing that down? Can you tell me why that's necessary?
For our records to be... Just in case that if you said that's...
Oh,
You didn't sign it.
that I lied. Well, I didn't sign anything. I wrote down a name.
Yeah, well you said you didn't write down in it.
Okay, so you witnessed me put pen to paper and write in blue ink on that page the words of the place where you guys work.
Good night now.
Thank you very much for your
Take care.
decency.
I know,
Are you serious? You're not going to shake my hand?
Why? I have nothing against you or anything like that.
You're not going to shake my hand,
I
really?
won't, no.
Why not?
I'm going to thank you.
Oh, please tell me why.
Thank you very much and have a
There's
good
something weird going on here, lads.
That's all.
You won't shake my hand, seriously.
I'm so sorry.
You're a guardian of the peace. You're employed to protect me and you won't shake my hand. Oh, that's so unfair. Have a good night anyway.